Yeah. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am him, Junns, the NBIC, and you know I represent that ROD. Want to give thanks and honor to the creators, to the ancestors, to the El-Kebulent deities that hover over us. And last but not least, want to give a shout out to you guys for your continuous support, leaving all that feedback, the positive, the negative. All things is respected because it allows me to do what I do best. And that is to continue keeping my foot on these heathens, Hebrews, heathenites, Israelites, and all the other nice necks. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Round of applause for that. Yeah, man. We're gonna have a phenomenal one. We're gonna have a phenomenal one today. I want to start off by giving apologies to all my subscribers on YouTube. I was unable to give you the verdict today due to the fact that I was, handling business, doing my 9 to 5, making sure that my family's taken care of because they are my priority. You heard? But today we're gonna have a in-depth conversation. I'm gonna save the last one. I'm gonna save the best for last, which is proving to y'all that Jesus is our Savior, our deliverer. We're gonna talk about that. But before we do, we definitely want to touch on things that's going on in the world. Let me pull these things up. See, I thought I had it all together, but it seems like I didn't. So hold on a minute. Let me make sure. There we go. Thought I had it, guys. I really thought I had it, but I didn't. So let me issue my apologies again, guys. I thought I had it. So we're going to have a phenomenal one. I hope you guys are ready. Because we're going to have a phenomenal one. All right? Why is this playing? My bad, guys. Of course, we want the high resolution. Come on now. Isn't that the way it goes? There we go. Yeah. It's beautiful now. I listen. I thought I had it. My apologies. Ah, man. You gotta love it, guys. So, I'm giving you guys my blank screen, and I'm gonna play videos. Okay, I want you guys to understand that I'm gonna play videos. Hold on, let me put this on preview mode. I'm gonna play some videos. So before I play these videos, how you guys doing, man? Checking the temperature. I hope you guys is, feeling good, feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I am. So I hope you guys are feeling phenomenal too, man. It's been a wonderful week, man. Not only has it been a wonderful week, but the week that's been going by so fast. And it's just a phenomenal thing. It's phenomenal. Hold on. Let me bring this back up. Again because I want you guys to know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? All right. So we're going to start off with, my favorite topic. Where is that? This is it. So I'm gonna download it. Just bear with me, guys. There we go. Wonderful. So now that it's downloaded, we can play it. All right? Let's play it. It's called sea lice. I don't know if you guys know what sea lice is, but you know, like how dogs got lice and stuff on it. That's what that is. Hold on, they're saying it's too loud. It don't sound loud. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Is it better now? All right, it's better. Y'all niggas is bugging. But sea lice, right? Sea lice. Now, the reason why I'm showing you guys this video, right, is because we still haven't evolved from the slavery mentality. We still haven't evolved from the slavery mentality. What I mean by that is we're still eating like slaves. And you know the saying goes, you are what you eat, right? So since we are eating bottom food and bottom feeders, you wondering why we act like bottom feeders. Mentally, physically, sexually, bottom feeders. Why? Because of the mentality of the slave. The slave nutrition has yet to leave the black race, has yet to leave the black community. Again, like I said before. Oh, hold on. My bad, guys. I thought I changed it. But like I was saying, the reason why I'm playing this for you guys is because I want you guys to understand that it's time for us to step away from this slavery nutrition. Like all jokes aside, this is not me trying to try to point fingers or act like I'm better or anything. It's really time for us to stop. When I see the condition of our community and of our people, a lot of it has to start with, of course, is with the belief system, but yet also with the food that we eat, right? When you pay attention to the stuff that's around us, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but death, bro. There's absolutely no store within the black and brown community that literally advertise life, longevity. Everything is quick, fast, get it how you get it how it comes, get it while it's hot. And we run with this narrative, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now as I'm getting older, as you get older, you really start paying attention to your health. You really start paying attention to those around you. You start to see that a lot of our people is jacked up and on borrowed time. And it's a high rise of cancer going on. I'm talking from a very young age. I'm talking people from the ages of 21, some even 19, are catching full blown. I'm talking about stage 4, knocking at your door. You won't live no more. This is what's happening. And a lot of us don't understand that a lot of this cancer rise, of course, I could point fingers at a million things, but a lot of it stems from the food that we're eating. We're eating too much processed. Not only are we eating processed food, we're not cooking. Not only are we not cooking, we're still eating, chitlins and pig guts and all this stuff that you shouldn't eat. We're still eating that. We're still eating the crab. We're still eating the shrimp. We're still eating the lobster. We're still eating the things that we know scientifically been proven unhealthy. There's no nutrition in shrimp. There's no nutrition in pig. There's no nutrition in lobster. There's no nutrition in crabs. Like, there's no type of nutrition. Like if you eat a salmon, you're going to get your proteins and it's going to, the amino acids. These bottom feeders have absolutely nothing to offer you besides death. Because at this point, it's literally just a luxury. Like, yeah, man, I just got the urge for that and I'll eat it because, I just like to eat it. When I ask people why you eat it, they say, because I just like to eat it. It tastes good. But I ask, is it beneficial for you? They'd be like, of course, everybody's eating it. And I said, that's the problem. Everybody's eating it. That means somebody told you that this was legit. But in reality, it's not. It's not good for you, right? So please, let's stop. I beg you guys, let's stop eating these bottom feeders. Please.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
This guy's getting devoured.
That's pretty gross.
Excuse me. Look, this thing just muted, right? So these people, where's my, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's put it around. There we go. So forgive me as I put this away. There we go. So I'm gonna be right here at the bottom for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can get an understanding of what I'm saying, bro. You feel me? So we have to really stop this eating this bottom stuff, bro. Stop. Just throw it away. If you got an addiction, then you need to seek some spiritual healing, man. You need to sit down maybe with a voodoo priest or somebody. I'm not gonna tell you to go to church because the church condones this. They promote this. They say, yeah, man, eat. It's not what goes in the man that God judges. It's what comes out. So you can eat the fufu, but when you burp that nastiness and you got to be in people's face, God's gonna judge that. You offended me with the smell of this disgust. You understand? And like I said before, it's really time for us to put it down. Enough is enough, if that makes sense, right? Let us continue. What's next on the list? What's next on the list? ISIS is using explosive to catch migrants. Oh yeah. ISIS is using explosives to detain migrants, guys. I cannot make this stuff up. I know it sounds funny, especially when I be making humorous jokes about it, but nah, these niggas is really dropping. Let me not say this on YouTube. All I want you guys to understand is eventually it's going to be a color shift, bro. I'm going to give you an example of color shift that took place in America. Once upon a time, we talking about in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a disease or a virus called HIV. And when it first came out, it was being promoted that this came from, excuse me, this came from, you know, gay men, gay white men. This is where it started, right? And eventually, by the early 90s, it made a transition from gay white men to now full-fledged into the black community, where now women is looking at, women was looking at black men like, are you on the down low? Not knowing the origin of it. And like I said, I can't talk too much on these people's platforms. So, I'm just going to hold my peace. But if you do want to know the full 411 or the 311, however you want to call it, follow me on IG. Send me a direct message and I will talk to you directly and tell you the origins, how it happens. And like I said, everything that I talk about, I can prove it. I have all the paperwork to show everything that I talk about. But let's go back to the ISIS. How it's going to start off brown, or it's going to start off light brown, and it's going to make its transition to dark brown. They're already doing it now. My way sent me something about a man, fathers in the army, etc., etc. This man born in the military base out in Germany or something like that. And I guess, years later, their family retired, come back to America. Little homie got arrested. 40-year-old. This nigga, a grown-ass man, been in this place called America for years. Got a petty charge. And they shipped that man to Jamaica. That man never set foot in Jamaica a day in his life. I cannot make this stuff up. Seen another one where where now they're giving Haitian people 20 I don't want to say 24 hours, but they got a short amount of time to get up out of here. And then there's another bill that they're working on where even if you have your citizenship and your green card or whatever, you commit a crime, that will be revoked and you will be shipped. This is not me saying this. This is what's going on right now. But I know I've been talking a lot. Let's play this ISIS. Yes, ISIS is using explosives to detain. You understand me? To detain migrants. And I'm not going to call them immigrants because everybody that's in America is an immigrant, including you, European. You see what I said? European. America is not European. European, that's you. You are a migrant too. You are a so-called immigrant too. You migrated over here. They just doing what they following what you doing. But anyway, let us continue. Did you guys see that? Did you see? Let me run that back. I want you guys to pay attention. Like, really pay attention, okay? Really, really, really pay attention. Look at this. And you see what the commentary says, right? ICE used explosive to blast their way into a U.S. citizen. Let me say that again. A U.S. citizen's home in L.A. while she was with her 2 young children. Okay?
going out. Come out this way, please. All right, you get
Like this is what's really going on, guys. Like this is for real. Welcome to New America, guys, where dudes can wear masks or no badge. All they gotta do is just walk around with a mask on and be stocky like The Rock and get a vest that you can buy from Walmart, and literally kidnap, hijack, arrest, detain, whatever. Welcome to New America, guys. Welcome to the things when I was telling you about the FEMAs and how they're gonna have, regions and sections, and you guys are gonna have to be here and you're gonna have to be there, and they're gonna patrol here, and et cetera, et cetera. I told you guys, this is just the beginning. Listen, by the time that man is finished being president, and this is not a knock to Donald Trump, because I like the man. People's gonna say how you like the man, but then you talking about the stuff that he do that's not right. Listen, look. Like I told somebody yesterday, what do you respect more? Do you respect the man that smiles in your face, shakes your hand, hugs you, kiss your children on the cheeks, and behind your back they're plotting to destroy you? Or do you respect the man that looks you dead in your eyes and said, I don't give a damn how you feel. I don't like you. This is what I'm going to do to you. See, that's what I respect. I respect somebody just keeping it 100. We need realism back. And I feel like Obama put us, especially black people, to sleep, where now we really believe that politics and all of this is going to be on our behalf and it's going to help us. And we're going to do, listen, man, George Bush didn't do shit for you. Bill Clinton didn't do shit for you. Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan. And we knew that. And we never indulge ourselves into the Euro-Christian and these politics, bro. Especially after John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Once John F. Kennedy was assassinated, guys, we no longer felt inclined to participate in any level of nonsense. And the only reason, check this out, people, the only reason why we even entertained John F. Kennedy is because we seen him having a sit down with the black people that was representing us at the time. I mean, come on, guys, stop. We really gotta do better, guys. We like all jokes aside. You know what I'm saying? We really gotta do better, guys. All jokes aside. Now the next one I'm about to show you, man. Yo, bro, when I seen this, I didn't even. Oh my jeez. Yo, I don't listen. I had the information, but it's like, yo, bro, I can't even give this clout. I can't give this clout, bro. I can't. I just want to just give my 211 and just keep it pushing, bro. Look at this right here. And again, shout out to the homie Trip, man, because Trip be putting in that work in, and I respect those that's on that P's and Q's. But this man right here killed his uncle for a honey bun. Now, why did he kill him for this honey bun? When the interrogation takes place, I hopefully he'll give a proper statement. But from what I understand is this man, you understand, had a honey bun that he put inside the refrigerator and left it there. Now the uncle who's coming from home, coming from work or anywhere, comes into his house, opens his refrigerator and sees a honey bun. And after a long day of work, he did what anybody would do. Take a bite of anything that's in the refrigerator. I come home and I'll be looking for something to chew on. Pause. That was nasty. That was nasty, babe. You see that? Sheesh. So I go looking for something to chew on, right? And sometimes it'll be something that'll probably be my whiz. Might be my son's. I don't know. But if it's there and I'm hungry, I'm going to eat it, right? So the uncle decides to eat the honey bun. He eats the honey bun, and then out of nowhere, here comes a man like, yo, where's my honey bun? And the uncle said, yo, my bad, bro, I ate it. He caught a bitch fit and snapped on him, said, and then went to go get his gun and shot this man 4 times in the chest. Listen, it's one thing to shoot a person out of anger, but to shoot somebody 4 times in the chest, arms, that means this was a built-up anger that he had for his uncle, and when the opportunity presented itself, he ran with it. That means that that man always wanted to do harm to his uncle. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is look where we at as people. We're killing family members for honey bun. Honey, how much is a honey bun in the hood? 50 cents? It can't be more than $1, bro. It can't, listen, it can't be more than $1. So you telling me you killed your own blood for $1. And this is not the first time, this is not the first type of situation that we see. I've seen girls jump another girl at her baby shower, which she invited them. They all came in supposed support. And when the opportunity presented itself, they jumped on her, beat her bad. Listen, they beat that girl so bad that she lost the baby. How about the other one of the story of the girl that opened up her own salon, and people was, her so-called friends of hers was plotting, hating all along. Mind you, she invited them. They witnessed the grand opening, and when the time was right, they violated. They beat her. I think this is the one where they threw acid on her face. This is friends, yeah? Look where we at as people. Look where we at as people. Homie killed his uncle over $1 honey bun. Now, what's going to happen to this man when he goes to jail? That man will become somebody's bottom, because he will be mocked for the rest of his life. They're going to be like, look at the honey bun killer. Look at the honey bun killer. Look at the honey bun regulator. They're going to do something that's going to make that man go insane. He won't listen. That man is going to fight for his life every day. Because you know how prison goes. You only get one opportunity to present yourself as either a real nigga or a bitch nigga. Hey. By the way he looks, by the way that he looks, and what he did. By the way that he looks, look at this, and the actions that he did. Does this look like a real nigga? This looks like a bitch nigga. And my apologies for my language, but I have to say it in a way for you to understand where the heck we at as people. I want you to understand where we are as a nation. Oh, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, please. Jesus, grab the wheel. Jesus, heal us, please. I feel like DMX right now. Lord, give me a sign. Because these niggas done lost their mind. Niggas is killing for honey buns. Now he's on the run. Yeah. Okay. But we don't stop there. There's still a lot more. Hold on. We don't stop there, guys. Hold on. Let me put up another one. Let me pull up another one. Let me pull up another one. And the other ones I'm gonna pull up, I was unable to, put it on the side topics because it was gonna just take up too much space, and I didn't want to do that. But let's take it back to the Euro Christians, right? So before I do this, let me talk to my Europeans, right? So for you guys that said that it's time for us to make America great, close the borders, send these migrants back. We don't need them. This is our land. We built this. This is what they say. They built this city. We built this city of rock and roll, right? So I want to ask you guys a question. Since the migrants are no longer here and the trade schools you guys removed from the black and brown communities, which means that now you guys have an obligation to ensure that you build whatever you guys said that you build and make sure you keep building. Because we know what comes with the Mexicans and you know what comes with the black man. Okay? The Mexicans are going to build it quick, but the black man is going to build it with compassion. It's going to build it with some level of respect and honor, integrity, right? So since the black man no longer is allowed to do construction, build, trade school, the only thing they allow a black man to do is still be a mechanic. You know why? Because Europeans don't like to get that black grease on their hands. I'm just telling you, listen, I have European friends. I'm just telling you what they tell me, right? So since the black people is out the way and now the ISIS is on the run, that means you guys got to pick up where they left off. So let me show you how America is going to be great again. Let me show you this. Hold on. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see America be great again? Because I really want you guys to see America be great. Okay? Here's America being great, guys.
That's fucked up though, babe. They got the old man out there while they're just underneath the shade chilling. While they're taking turns. Is that a white guy?
Yeah.
Home Depot, maybe?
He can't go out right now. Gate's open. Nah.
And listen, guys. Listen, check this out. I got plenty of other videos to show you the half-ass work that these people do. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it off my phone. I got plenty of videos that I can show you where these people are literally doing half-ass jobs. The sun is too hot. They already got an umbrella on the work site. I've never seen anybody do construction where a big-ass beach umbrella was at the work site. Never seen that in my life. But hey, you get what you pay for, right? You wanted the migrants gone. You said, get these niggers and niggerettes and the ones that look like cigarettes out of here. And now they're gone. So now the keys, the manual, the labor all falls on your hands. I should show you how much construction, how much buildings literally has been put on hold since the ISIS came looking for these people at the job. These people, they didn't even let these people do their job. This is facts, guys. Yeah. You know what? Let's continue.
That's fun.
And please, if you like the new setup, you know, I want to give all thanks and honor to the creators for that. You know, I want to give a shout out to the Wiz, because you know the Wiz always gives me that support, tells me keep it going, don't stop, can't stop, take that. Sounding like Diddy, right? But yeah, you know, she told me, and then I know another person said, yo, man, somebody with your knowledge and wisdom, this is something that you should be doing 24 hours, 7 days a week, because you have to combat the foolishness that's being deployed out of the mouths of our people. The foolishness, guys. I mean, for real. It's at the point where I get frustrated. Like I can't even listen to podcasts no more because I already know the narrative. And like, even for example, like me and the Wiz was watching this show yesterday, this Iron Man show, which is a black girl. Shout out to her for that. It was cool. A lot of moments, but it was cool. But in the moment, before the thing even started, I said, "What's her friend gonna be dead?" Sure enough, friend was dead. And the reason why I'm saying this is, when you reach the level of understanding, like where I am, where I've gotten, you start to see things unfold before it even unfolds. You start to see things play out. I sit there and I watch. I can watch a reality show with my Wiz and tell her, oh yeah, this is about to happen, that's about to happen. And you would have thought that I was highly invested into these things and probably never seen it one time and never see it again. It's because when you detach yourself from the matrix and you detach yourself from the ideologies, from these Euro-Christian ideologies, once you break free from that, I promise you guys, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Once you break free from that, your ancestors will come and talk to you. The El Kebulan creators will come and talk to you. I know it sounds far-fetched because of what you've been programmed to believe over the years, but listen to me. You will start to receive visions and understanding. And not the visions like these people that be giving you this Hebrew stuff. I'm talking about visions. Like, you're going to start seeing things for what it is. They're going to start putting things in front of you. Like how I see the 2-year-old girl be sodomized in broad daylight in front of me. I seen that. And I remember walking into that park with my client and something told me, sit right here. I didn't know why. I just sat down. I was like, yo, you know what? I sit right there. And usually I never sit at that on these areas. Why? Because they be having bugs. They be having the ants and stuff be running around on the chairs. And I didn't want to sit there. But today I was told to sit there and I sat there. And while I'm doing what I'm doing, ministering, exercising my shoulders, for those that don't know, man, my shoulder was damaged, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it back. So while I'm sitting there, taking care of my shoulders, I'm zoning out because, I'm tired. I'm with my client. He's talking to me. I'm like, yeah, he's doing his own thing. Something told me look up. But before I looked up, I seen this little black girl walk right by me with a European lady holding her hands, topless. But check this out. I thought that the lady was bringing the baby to the mother, who I thought was a colored woman. That's why I looked at her. I didn't say no to it. But when I looked up and what I saw, I still got it videotaped, guys. I still got this thing recorded because I could not believe what I was seeing. I watched a little innocent black girl be overwhelmed or overcrowded. Like literally. She was in a box surrounded by Euros. Now, listen. I know you guys are gonna say, but they doing something good, man. They taking care of the black with this and that. They wanna I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Because to help black people is not take the black person's child. Why don't you take money out your bank account and put it somewhere, move them somewhere? And listen. I know it sounds like you asking for too much, but you're going to spend that same amount of money on that child that you're going to keep until they're 18. You're going to spend that same amount of money. Why don't you just knock it out one time? You see, I have a response for any foolish things and any nonsense that you guys got to tell me. I'm going to give you the truth. But back to the story. What threw me off, guys, what really threw me off was when I seen the boy, the son of the Euro dad, caress this child like this child was literally his biological brother or sister. That man was caressing that little girl like that was his biological child, relative, etc. And I'm sure that this person ain't never even did that to his own biological sister who was present as well. Didn't do that. And you want to know? And you want to know something? Not only did I watch that, I was grilling the sugar honey iced tea out of these people because I wanted them to give me a response so I can have a reason to go over there. Because can you imagine a black man like myself proceed to go over there and question them? The sad thing is, even if I went over there to question them on what's going on, you will find black people protecting them over me being there for that child. But you know what? None of them knew. None of them looked my way. They looked at me. I could see in the corner of their eyes, they watching me. But they couldn't say nothing. And I wish they did. Because if I said something, I automatically is deemed the aggressor. And when you are the aggressor, they quick to put you away like a shirt in a dresser. Okay? You understand? I was waiting for the response. I didn't get it. And I got so furious. I said, I can't be here. As I'm walking, and I'm going to always tell this story, guys, because I want you to understand why I must go even harder. I need to establish a phenomenal organization that's going to have like-minded individuals working for me nationwide, doesn't matter where you at, to protect these black children. to prevent other nations from adopting these children. Because check this out. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You will never see a black person get the green light to adopt a Jewish person. Never. Show it to me. I'm talking about the ones with the cacas on their head. Show it to me. I'll wait. When you find that, you let me know. But we as people, guys, we really got to do better. And I digress. Okay? Now, let's talk about the ceasefire. Can we talk about the ceasefire, guys? I want to talk about the ceasefire. Can we talk about the ceasefire? Hold on. Let me pull it up. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Now, for the last couple of weeks now, I've been highly invested into this so-called wars going on, right? And I knew sooner or later something was going to come out of this so-called war or rumors of war that was going to leave us in a state of, this don't make sense, right? Now, when the war started, I instantly attacked all the Hebrew Israelites. Yes, I did. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I said, yo, bro, where you at? Homie said, he said, I'm still at the plantation. I said, hold on. They said when the war with Iran starts, that's when it's time to leave. What are you still doing here? My brother said, you can't operate in fear, my brother. In due time, you gotta put your trust and your faith in the Mashiach, and everything is gonna happen, etc., etc. You going to bed, babes? You can't go to sleep yet. No, not with that booty jinking. Anyway, my bad, guys. My bad. Bring your ass over here. Where you going? Hello? Bring your ass right there. You can lay right there. I'll be there shortly. I'll be there shortly. Right there. Yeah, please. We're gonna conclude this real quick, you heard? Cause she wanna go sleep, but she gotta sink the ship, you heard? She out here tweaking. Anyway. So where was I? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, there we go. So I say, yo, bro, aren't we supposed to, isn't it the time now to, pack your bags and, go to the other side? Because according to the Biblos, according to what we was taught, when I was a part of the Hebrew Israelites, we was told that when the war starts with Iran, that's when it's time to dip. And you guys don't look like, they look concerned. You guys, they look like, oh, snap, it is here. Pack your bags, put it, listen, pack your bags and keep it at the door. It wasn't that, bro. It was like, oh, things work, the Lord got us, and et cetera, et cetera. I said, okay, cool. But what I didn't understand, why is this not on? Hold on, guys. Hold on. My bad, guys. My foot hit the look, Doing it again. Yeah, so you know, you hear all the rumors of the wars and all the stuff that's about to transpire, et cetera, which is cool. You feel me? I'm not here to knock that, but now I understand why they gave us these these so-called wars and the rumors of wars, because of this reason right here. Let me show you.
That's fucked up though, babe. They got the old man out there while they just underneath.
Bro, wasn't Israel and Iran about to start World War III?
Yeah, there were explosions, sirens, TikToks with red filters, and now just ceasefire?
12 days. That's how long the chaos lasted. Just enough for headlines to scream, while the Genius Act slid through the Senate like butter.
Wait, they signed peace over coffee or what?
It wasn't a war. Turns out it was just another theater for people.
So while we were doom scrolling,
They passed digital dollar infrastructure, biometric ID integration, financial behavior monitoring, and no one blinked because they were too busy asking, is this World War III?
Wait, didn't they say Iran's nuke sites got hit?
Yeah, and yet not a single mushroom cloud. No mushroom emoji in sight. Where's the fallout? Where's the radiation mess?
so you're saying
I'm saying it was a distraction ritual. Controlled chaos to mask real control.
But why fake a war?
When you're distracted, you don't see what they're building behind the curtain. Because when you're scared, you obey.
and the Genius Act?
It doesn't just replace money, it replaces identity. You become a programmable user.
But people don't even know this past.
That's the point. Just like nothing ever happens. Your soul, willpower, health, and energy are drained daily while you sit in front of a screen, eat garbage, listen to lies, and argue about theatrical events. 2010, real money still existed. 2015, things got tougher, but manageable. 2020, inflation, virus, lockdowns. 2023, prices, rent, food, everything up. 2025, survival became the new normal, and no one noticed because it's happening slowly.
So what's next?
You're not walking into a future. You're sliding into a system, a biometric funnel, where freedom is an illusion with a progress bar.
So we lost and didn't even know?
Exactly. The world didn't end. It just got a new terms of service.
So, as you guys can see, we got a new terms of service, and this so-called war was just another distraction. And I didn't want to just focus on this because, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? When they, like I said, Euro-Christian issues is never my concern. Like, whatever goes on with Europeans and their household and their country, whatever, I can care less. Just when shit pop off, those don't come looking for us. And it's time for black people to just stand on that. You start a war, you niggas go to that war. Okay? The same niggas that you niggas need to leave, go back to Africa, etc. Those are the ones that you need to go find. Make sure that they subscribe and fight that war. Leave us alone. Because let me tell you something. I wish I was alive for World War II when this draft was going on and they said that I had to fight. And people are gonna say, yeah, you're saying that now because things is easy. You really don't know who I am. I mean, my whiz didn't know who I was until that when that time came to display that. She like, oh nah, this nigga crazy. You have to be insane to be like me. Like you gotta be insane. You know what I'm saying? And listen, let's just put it like this. She said if slavery was to happen today, which slave would I be? She said I would have been the dead slave because I wouldn't last. And to be honest, I wouldn't last. You would have whooped me, I would have ate it. You would have whooped me again, I would have ate it. And when that opportunity presented itself for me to take you out, I would have ran with it, bro. I promise you I would have ran with it. I promise you. You heard of Nat Turner? It would have been Nat Jr. Nigga, are you dumb? It would have been Nat Jr., bro. I promise you. That's on my father's grave. It would have been Nat Jr. But you ever ask yourself this question? And this is just me. I'm just asking, and hopefully you guys can give a response. You ever say to yourself, was this so-called war and rumors of war was literally a distraction from what's going on in Africa? where Abraham Torre is doing what he's got to do, and all the other ones aligning and joining the alliance to come together and, want our freedom. The only European country I would never talk bad about is Russia. You know why? Because Russia was the only country, European country, that never had their hands in slavery. And because of that, you get a salute. Because of that, you get a salute. Black Girl Magic, what it look like. When you come outside, I feel good. But yeah. But anyway, let us continue, shall we?
Bro, wasn't Israel and Iran about to start?
I'm gonna play one more video because my baby tired, and if she tired, I'm tired too. And we gonna go lay down together and do what we do. You heard? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You heard? I'm from Brooklyn. El Cabulet. I'm an AK representative. You heard? I don't give a damn. All in the name of Jesus, by the way.
Welcome back to Chicago. This is from the previous pitching change. Torey Lovullo with Ketel Marte in tears on the pitcher's mound, waiting for the reliever to come in, consoling Ketel Marte, who...
Now, I can't play it too long because, these guys are going to hit me with a copyright strike. But overall, I just wanted to play this and say, this baseball player started crying because they started mocking the fact that his mom's passed away. And now, first of all, it's in Arizona. Second of all, I already know this ain't a black person because black people don't play around with mothers. This is something that a Euro Christian would do. Now, every time I see stuff like that, it just justifies what I be saying. Jesus will do. Listen, Jesus is the true deliverer. Jesus has delivered us from reality. Jesus has taken us away from being righteous to becoming obnoxious, to becoming wicked and evil, and I'm coming, babes. So being obnoxious, this is what Jesus is taking us away from, bro. And there's somebody on Instagram. The man's name is King Messiah or something like that. And this man, first of all, he likes to write in all caps. Don't know why. It's kind of weird, but he likes to write in all caps. I guess he wants his message to be seen and heard and felt. I guess so. So every time he brings an opportunity to come and brings forth that Jesus is the way and he's the truth and he's the light. But then I asked him, if Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light, then why aren't you walking in that substance? Because our very first interaction with each other, this man came and called me out my name. In the name of Jesus, bro. Called me out my name, said I was a fool, said I was dumb, said I was a bum. This is all being said while writing for Jesus. And of course, I'm going to give my response. But today he decided to give another response, right? Now, this response is based on a video I posted and commented on where a Catholic priest was taking a family picture and there was a little black boy and he pushed the black boy. Like, not push him on some on some get out of here, but shoo him away like he was like some little dirt and you wasn't supposed to be around here. Right? So I commented and the homie said what he had to say. And again, he wanted to justify or at least show the difference between those being the devil and being religious and he being a righteous man standing on the truth of God. Now, for somebody like myself, let me show my face here. So, for somebody like myself, right, who's taught this for over a decade. Let me say that again. For somebody like myself who taught this for over a decade. For somebody like myself, not only did I teach this, I literally studied and opened up the mass majority of books that today's scholars would advise people to read to get a better understanding of the Lord. For somebody that's been doing this for so long, I come to the understanding. Oh, no. Let's bring it back. So for somebody that was doing this for so long, I know exactly what I be talking about. And I asked the brother, I said, so for you being the representative of Jesus, you're reading the same book, you're calling on the same God. The only difference is that he's going to church on Sunday and your church or your congregation is in your driveway. But the foundation is the same. And now, what really bothered me the most is him trying to convert me into the ideology. I said, yo, bro, listen. Why bother me? Because trust me, I'm the last person you would want to go on a debate when it's pertaining to religious texts. Because I got books for days. Matter of fact, let me see if I could pull this Bible up. But look, I got books for days. Look at this. This is just one of them. The Quran. The KKK believe in the same thing as Islam. Islam comes from Christianity. KKK believe in Christianity. This is their book. The Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, as you can see. Okay? This is just sitting at my desk. Let me show you another one. So, when I made the video on my response to him, I said, explain this. Now, for all those that goes to church, that's into, whatever you into, I'm not here to judge. I want to just ask a question. Why did Jesus die at the age of 33? Now, listen carefully, people. Freemasonry has been around since Solomon. And this is according to religious texts. Freemasons, the Mason builders, has been around since Solomon. But Jesus comes on the scene. Jesus do whatever he said he'd do. And he dies at the age of 33. Why 33? Why is there 12 disciples? And when you include Jesus, that becomes 13. Why is that when you go into high-rise buildings, check this out, I'm going to feed you some knowledge. Why when you go into high-rise buildings, level 13 is never there? You see, again, when you break free from this nonsense, you start to understand and shit starts to make sense. See, I don't go in depth into these things because sometimes you got to let the stupidity of and the ignorance of people slap them in their face. Now, this individual already slapped himself in his face when he approached me unrighteously. And like I told him before, I know why you approached me the way that you did. It's because you are a child of Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus and his 1,000 men, one of those bloodlines is your origin. So I expect you to approach me and attack me the way that you do, similar to what the missionaries, the mercenaries did when they came into your space. You see, when they see black people not connecting to their control, they come with force. They come with conviction. They come with scare tactics because that's what he did. Oh, you sound like a fool. Oh, here comes another Obama. He was going off. And you better repent, my brother, because hell is real and you're going to burn. I'm like, shit, all of that? I thought I was a brother. Listen, if you trying to convert me, I think the approach should be a little bit more subtle because when I read the Biblos, Jesus, Paul, James, all of these people approach with some level of subtlety, humility. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't coming out here tweaking and bitching and moaning. They wasn't doing that. But you did. And because you did that, you instantly not only prove my point, but you show other people why they should not invest their times into your ideology. And then when I said that, homie tried to backtrack. There's no backtracking. There's no backtracking. What was said was, listen, what they say is not what goes into the man that you should be judged, right? It's what came out. Look what came out your mouth. But yet you're telling me to repent. No. There's no repenting for me to do because I didn't offend nobody. I'm just matching the same energy that your ancestors did to mine. You see, when you came with the foolishness, our ancestors, they had the opportunity to push back. They had to conform. And that's what I told him. I said, my brother, what you're doing, you're just continuously doing what your daddy did. I'm expecting you to do this. I would never expect you to understand El Kebulan's spirituality. I would never expect you to do that, ever, because it's not for you. But just like Christianity wasn't for us, but the difference is you forced it upon us. And when you did that, you seen the fall of the black race. I know. See, they don't want to talk. They don't want to talk about these things. Everything is, everything is all love and joy. Just like the movie Sinners. After they done terrorized the entire community, now it's all love. Now we can sing in harmony. We can worship and praise and give all the love and thanks to Jesus because look what he done. He got us together. No, my nigga, he didn't get us together. You got us together in the name of Jesus. But your congregation and your coming together didn't come with love. Your glue was a gun. Your glue was cannons, swords. That's what your glue was. And now that the mices are breaking out of the mice traps, now all of a sudden, here comes the exterminator. The punishment, the judgment, here it comes. Come on, knock on my door. I'm saying all of this for a reason because I want you guys to understand, especially if you're black, bro. We cannot follow and believe the same thing as the ones that gave us this by force. When are you going to owe it to your ancestors Because your grandmother didn't do it. Your mother didn't do it. And the way shit is looking, you're not going to do it. And the way shit looking, your children is not going to do it. But when are you going to respect your last name? I'm going to do the podcast. I'm going to do the podcast to as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to do the podcast because I know I was supposed to give you guys some content last week, but I forgot what transpired. And when I seen the little thing with the little girl, it really just blew my head off. It was more like, it's time for you to get it together, Junns. All this talking and trying to have people to see, that shit is over with. I'm no longer putting my force and putting my knowledge and understanding and my findings. I'm not putting it out here for you guys to denounce from your beliefs, because some of you guys are just gonna be like that regardless. Some of you guys is going to live and die a Christian, live and die a Muslim, live and die a Hebrew. No matter how much lies, how much contradictions, how much prophecies that didn't happen or happened already or supposedly gonna happen, no matter how much times, you guys will never come to the side of pure righteousness. You're gonna stay where you stay at, and it's cool. I'm not here to argue. But what I am going to argue is the protection of our nation. And that protection starts with the children. Why are our children being molested? Why are our children being sexually assaulted? Why are our children being sex trafficked? Why are our children being forced into this hoish lifestyle? Why? And it's because of us. It's because of us. And when I see that, I have an obligation to correct that by any means necessary. But the first level of correction starts with me. I got to correct myself. For the last couple of months, 6-7 months, I've been doing pure foolishness, bro. I've been doing pure foolishness. Things that the ancestors, the creators, the Alkebulan deities, and of course my people would not want me to do. But after seeing what I saw, that's when it hit me. Nah, my nigga, this shit bigger than you, bro. You can be on YouTube every day talking this talk, fighting against the machine, going against the machine. It's bigger than you, bro. I witnessed cattle slavery. I witnessed slavery all over again that Wednesday. I witnessed slavery all over again that Wednesday. And it really hurts my heart, guys. You guys really don't understand how much that joint hurt my heart. Yeah. We gotta get it together. But since the Wiz went to bed, I guess I get to stay a little longer. I've been gone, I've been MIA for a couple of days, and I said, you know what? Let me talk to the people. I didn't put no verdict together, so I decided to just, we just gonna just talk. Let's talk about it. If anything that you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. If you got questions that you want to ask, whether it's pertaining to the Bible, when it's pertaining to your belief, when it's pertaining to anything, just ask away. The floor is yours, guys. But while you do that, let me pull up, let me show you guys another video.
Welcome back to Chicago. This is from
Let me show you guys another video. Oh, hold on. Let me play another video. No. Let me play this other video right here. And I know you guys probably seen it already, but I want to play it again. I want to play it again because I want you guys to know that Jesus is the way. You gotta get baptized and get into that water. You know what I'm saying? And denounce all gods. You know what I'm saying? And stay righteous in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Be like Jesus. Be like Christ. That's what they tell you, right? Right? Let me put this up.
Talk louder.
Yes, sir.
Talk louder.
Yes, sir.
But you're not going to confess it. Look at her and tell me you're not going to confess it. Look at her now. Look at her. Look at her.
Are you retarded, nigga? Get yourself together quick, boy. Get yourself together quick now. What you saying you're not going to do what? Tell them what you did, boy. Open your mouth, son.
Fair use, YouTube. Fair use. I'm just reporting the news. Please do not take this as me supporting this. I'm just reporting the news. Fair use. I forgot the section law. I'm gonna make sure I put that in the description. So, leave me alone, please. Fair use. Fair use.
Gay jump, nigga. You were what? Oh,
Well,
some baggy jump, boy. Deal with you.
why you right around?
So after the devil left his body, he came to his senses and said, "Oh snap! Why am I doing this to this child?" The man ran on the stage, and the first thing he said is, "Are you retarded, boy?" And he proceeded to slap him up. Even gave him the Undertaker choke slam, almost, but lift him up off his foot, off the ground. Now, first and foremost, the wrath of Yah. Okay, Yah is the moon god. Okay, which was the term used by the Egyptians. See, the Egyptians used to call the moon Yah. Okay, and these Hebrew Israelites took it upon themselves to, I guess, take this Yah story and run with it, right? And then you got those calling on Yahweh and don't know where Yahweh come from. Don't know that Yahweh was the God of the Sashu people. The Sashu people was your so-called Europeans who were scavengers who came into Egypt looking for food, but they came trying to, debo. And the people wasn't having that. They caught a beating. They was thrown in jail. Okay? These people were set free and they went up north. This is where you get the Jesus, let my people go. And they tell you that God is the reason why, the Red Sea. And now, historians have proven that the Red Sea never happened. It was not even called the Red Sea. It was called the Reed Sea, Reed. I can show you this if you want it. Okay? So the Reed Sea, right? The Reed Sea, the so-called Reed Sea, is what really happened. But anyway, they escaped or was left free and they went up north. They went all the way up. They went back home. Okay? They was intertwining with the Arabs. Now, how did the Arabs become a nation, right? The Arabs are a mixture of black slaves. Okay? It's a mixture of black slaves and Europeans. That's just what it is. Right? The northern parts, though. Okay? Cool. Now, this Yah right here, right? Yah, Yahweh, Yahushu, and all that. You guys don't know that Yahweh, right, which is the God of the Sasu people, which you guys now are calling the Hebrew Israelites, right? Because these dudes don't know what they're talking about. They don't know nothing. The one thing about religion is religion gives you the green light to pick and choose what you believe to be real and what you believe to be fake. You get to choose that. You have that option, right? That's just what it is, right? So the Sasu people, who are the Hebrew Israelites, right, worship a God called Yahweh. Who is Yahweh? Yahweh is the storm god, aka the god of war, right? Right? Who was created by El, and I forgot the mother's name. That created your so-called your Yahweh. That's why every time, if I'm lying, I'm flying. That's why every time when you read the Biblos and when they needed water, right, they had to call on Yahweh, and Yahweh did what he was supposed to do, right? Whenever they was about to go to war, they prayed and gave a sacrifice unto Yahweh, right? Because Yahweh was going to minister, and their job was to listen to what Yahweh says. All of this is in the Biblos. Don't listen to me, guys. Okay? All of this is in the Biblos. Don't listen to Junns, because Junns is just he's a heresy. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am, right? I'm a heresy. Because anytime you expose the enemy, they got rebuttals. So right now I'm the heresy. Some people say I'm a bitter, angry man and all of this. Listen, if you know me personally, far from being angry. If you know me personally right now, this is the happiest I've ever been, bro. When I was with these organizations, according to these organizations, you're not allowed to chill with your homies. You're not allowed to chill with your family. You're not allowed to do nothing. All you're supposed to do is congregate with fake niggas. Right? Why I call them fake niggas? Because when the opportunity comes to display your realness, being a real brother, a real follower of Christ, a real nation building, a real person of the Hebrew Israelites, or any other religious concept, whenever it's time for them to present, it was never there. But one thing I could tell you, my brothers that they told you to stay away from, even when I was in the Hebrew, I could call my mans right now, they're pulling up. Even when I was into the Hebrews, my mans still didn't look at me different. Still checking in like, yo, bro, what's good? Yo, everything all right? And you know me, I gotta be like, yeah, bro, you know, everything is good, man. You know, trying to be in the spirit, be a righteous man, etc., 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 etc. But because of the doctrine that you're fed, you're led to believe that you can't be around that. Now, don't get it twisted. Me as an individual, not based on religious ideology, just being an individual with wisdom, being alive to see my age and have children, you know, there's just certain things that myself cannot participate nor engage in. Like, I cannot see myself in a strip club. I do not want to see girls taking off their clothes, getting topless, shaking their ass for a couple of dollar bills, especially dollar bills that does not, you know, have their image. I can't do that. And especially a man that has 3 girls, I can't do that. Are you crazy? I can't watch that. So there's a lot of things that I, you know, as I got older, I can't indulge in. But chilling with my mans, going into, you know what I'm saying, going into my man's block, going to the trap house. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up in the trap house. Yo, what's up, my niggas? How y'all been? Yo, Junns, where you been at, bro? Yeah, you know, I've been doing the will of the 33-degree Masons, bro. You know, I've been doing the will. You know what I'm saying? So I really didn't have time to tap in, but I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Like I said, my brothers act like yo. When we start rocking and we start talking, it's like I never left. It's like they always, yo, bro. You know, we always got a seat for you here, my nigga. Real recognize real. And when I see that, I was like, yeah, man, yeah. So me being bitter and angry and all of that, this is what religious people use to justify, you know, their religion or their control over the people. Ain't no control over me, man. You know what I'm saying? The real one's gonna know who I am. The fake ones is gonna take a stand and be a bati boy over there, bro. You feel me? So I don't, like I said, I don't indulge myself. I don't indulge myself into the foolishness, bro. I try to stay on a positive type of time and stay away from the nonsense. But this is what these people is gonna do. They're gonna make it seem like, you know, I'm just a bitter man because I'm telling you guys the facts, bro. This is facts over beliefs. Facts over beliefs. Facts over beliefs. Okay? And like I try to let the man know, like, yo, bro, what you're telling me is not a fact, bro. What you're telling me is a belief. What you're telling me is something that you want me to believe, and you're trying to force it upon me with fear. Talking about this hell, talking about judgment, talking about blasphemy. Yo, you should see how much people stop following me because I keep exposing their religion. I'm telling you, the one thing that you can't do in America is talk about people's religion and talk about politics. I was told that from young, but I don't give a damn. Somebody got to take a stand. Somebody got to terrorize everything like a Taliban, and I am him, me. Hi. Junns, the NB, no. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? I am the echoes for the El Kebulan, the AK representative. That is me, bro. I'm here to represent the AKs worldwide and let them be aware of the Euro-Christian genocide. You heard what I said, the Euro-Christian genocide. But listen, man, Jesus is the true deliverer, man. Jesus will deliver you. Just like how Jesus delivered the Europeans into your land. He will deliver you. Just give him the keys. Just give him the keys. He's going to deliver you. He's going to deliver you everywhere when it's pertaining to control. Jesus will deliver you anywhere when it's pertaining to control. But why hasn't Jesus healed these children dying from cancer? Why hasn't he delivered us from the captivity? Why haven't he delivered us from addictions, overdose? Why are we still dying? You said, according to you and Paul, especially Paul, you said that we would never taste death. I've been tasting it for a long time. My people is dying every day, pimping. Another contradiction. But we don't argue about that, right? We don't bitch and moan about it, right? You gotta just take it for what it is and keep it pushing. And that's exactly what we've been doing. We just been keeping it pushing. Like, yo, you know what? It is what it is. I ain't here to complain. I'm just gonna keep pushing. But I want to play some more videos. Hold on. We got a lot of videos, man. I got a lot of videos I want to show you guys, man. Yo, let me put this up here. Is it this one? No. It's sad. I just had it. Hold on. Where the heck is this? I just had it, guys. Oh, nah, it's not this one. I just had it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, Black Girl Magic, quick question. Let me ask you a question. Should I talk about this? Should I talk about this Jim Jones? Or should I save it? Or should I save it for another time? Let me know. Is it this? Oh no. This is this weirdo ass nigga right here. Yo, Joel Santana, bro. Son is a weirdo, bro. Like, all jokes aside, this nigga is weird, bro. Him, Jim Jones, all these niggas is the reason why New York hip hop is just dirt, bro. It's them. And it's not even just them, bro. It's the fact that, yo, they really believe that their music is the way, bro. Yo, I really can't. I really can't find this joint, guys. Why can I not find this joint? This is crazy. Since I can't find that, let me put this video up, because this right here, this is nasty work, bro. Nasty. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. Let me share my screen. Y'all niggas is bugging, bro. Let me share my screen.
Talk louder.
Yes, sir.
Talk louder.
Yes, sir.
But you're not gonna confess it.
We don't want to hear that no more. Where was it? The heck? Where the heck was it? Hold on. You see, this is the stuff that I be talking about, bro. All right, there we go. What the heck is wrong with y'all? Now look at this. Look at this. Nasty work, bro. Nasty work. Like yo, I think America is probably the only country that glorifies obesity like this, bro. Do you see what I'm seeing here? It's even more scary when you see it pause than you see it when it's actually playing. This is scary right here. Can you imagine waking up and she got off the bed and that's what she had? You see that go into the bathroom to go take a piss? And let me tell you something about some of these big booty Judies. Some of these big booty Judies, especially the ones with these long ass nails, they don't even be cleaning their ass right. Some of these girls be squeezing their ass cheeks together and wait till they get home to take a dump because they know that if they took a dump at work, at school, at the gym, or any public place, that their ass was gonna smell like pure Doritos and ass cheeks because they can't wipe it accordingly, bro. And some of them got the little foo-foo, you know, the machine, and I'm gonna buy one for myself too. I'm lying. But you know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Like, come on, son. And the fact that she went to Rainbows to purchase this outfit is what pissed me off. This is a rainbow outfit, guy. Ladies, stop. This is 3 for 1, okay? And you already know how these stores be when these things, like when they got the extra large and nobody can buy it, you get 3 for 1. This is a 3 for 1 outfit out here. Nasty work, bro. Nasty. How are we even... And you know why these women come out here dressing like this, feeling comfortable? It's because we have become thirsty niggas. I watch niggas bag the heat the most. You know? I watch dudes have children with the most. Like, yo, bro, today's men just want to put their penis into anything. Even boys. I should play that video. When the man them saying somebody gave him head, that's why he's not gay. Yo. Bat him on for dead, brethren. But come on. This is nasty. I don't even want to play the video again because it's just nasty. Let me find the other one that I really wanted to play, man, because I can't find it. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I put image. Oops, still not doing it. And I think it's the ancestors. They don't want me to talk about it. I'm being honest, guys. Am I getting close? Okay. We're getting close. We're making progress. There we go. Oh, where did I go? Oh, no, don't. Damn. Yo, bro. Oh, there we go. I definitely had to download this right here because this is the stuff that I be talking about. Look at this. It says the same people who hate on you will eventually mimic you because they studied you so hard looking for flaws. They got inspired without knowing it. That's what happens when your light is so bright it shines on even the darkest spirit. Now, the reason why I had to put this up because I needed to just give some correction. They didn't study us that hard. It didn't really take that much to figure us out because us as people, we are regular, cool, calm, collective individuals. Okay? Our light will forever be dark. It's their light that they want to put over yours. They want their light to overshadow your dark and use it as religious text. Like I told you before, even in the Biblos, it has racism in it, which then justifies and show proof that this book has nothing to do with you. For example, let me show my face when I say this. I'm going to show you how the Biblos have racism in it. The Biblos says that you have to be pure. Your garment has to be pure as white. Or whenever you receive the next chapter, right? You receive the kingdom and the long life and the book of life and all of that. You turn into fine. They say you turn into fine gold. Your garments is gonna be white. They're gonna be expunged, right? But then at the same time, it's gonna say some of you guys is gonna barely make it in, and you guys are like filthy rags. So you know what a filthy rag look like? What color is a filthy rag? How about the fact that the same Biblos gave a justification into abortion and also to the unaliving of innocent black children. Yes, I said it, innocent black children. Whatever the Pharaoh had going on with Moses, that was between them two. Why was the Egyptian children affected as well? Huh? See, when I say these things to you guys, a lot of you guys take it like, but yo, bro, it's just logical facts, bro. Forget what I'm saying. Don't believe what I'm saying, bro. Let's just go based on the facts. Let's just go based on what's being displayed and placed right before us. Don't give me the story of God, God's thoughts is not our thoughts. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. Because the same way he said God is not our thoughts, it was also said that we was made in his likeness and his image. To have somebody's likeness, you also have to have somebody's thought. Okay. Also, it says that we are made gods. That's in the Biblos. So which one is it? Which contradiction is right and which one is wrong? Overall, it's the same shit, my nigga. It's the same. Nothing has changed, bro. Ah, man. I can't make this stuff up, boy. Okay? This is racism all through the Biblos. I can show you this all through the Biblos, countless over and over and over again. Whenever Egyptians get involved, or the Ethiopians get involved, always some level of bloodshed, bro. Look at Nimrod. Nimrod comes from Ham. Isn't Ham black? Isn't that the cursed seed? Look, they automatically telling you to be cursed is to be black. And then they taught the Hebrews to say, look, not only are you cursed being black, but look at the curses that we are inflicting upon you. All in the name of God. Because you didn't want to follow Jesus and you didn't want to keep his commands and et cetera, et cetera. You guys believe this? So then explain to me this, right? It says that we will be put into captivity again because of disobedience. Jesus was alive. He says, if you love me, keep my commandments. But he died. We end up in slavery. The Bible gets published and given unto us. And in the same token, people are saying, the Bible said that if you turn from your wicked ways and you seek my face and you call on my name, I should hear you and I should heal you in your land. How many of you niggers and niggerettes has been on your knees calling on this God like a cigarette? How many? How many of us has denounced Christianity, denounced Islam, participated in the Hebrew stuff, keeping the commandments, calling on his name, seeking his face, but yet here you are, still the tail and not the head? You see, you guys still don't see that these things was put there to justify the atrocities they was going to do to you. Shout out to Constantine, because he was the overseer to ensure that was written. You don't gotta believe me. You could just do your homework. Just like you guys is running around thinking King James is black. This is what's keeping Hebrews into the Bible, is them believing that the Bible is black. And the black man did he authorize black people to write it? Oh, nobody ever asked that question, huh? Did he authorize black people to write it? And if you tell me yes, please provide me with the intel. Give me the name, the authors, etc. Because he got the best writers. Who was these writers? Were they black? Where's their origin? Huh? So you telling me King James, a black man, a black noble king, his entire staff and surroundings was Europeans? I'm just asking the question. I know. And yet, a man with such power and authority has absolutely no pictures of him and his family. We don't have a picture of his mom's, his biological dad. Yeah. This is how I was able to break free. Because when stuff like that can't get answered, or it's some level of contradiction and pushbacks and I don't knows and IOUs, yo, bro, nah, I'm good, pimp. I'm not trying to listen to something that's gonna put me down a rabbit hole, that's gonna put me down another rabbit hole, that's gonna lead me to saying, man, that hole is too deep, bro. I can't go any further, man. I'm just gonna have my belief, man. I'm just gonna trust what's being said. I'm gonna trust what's being done. You see how I'm breaking this down? This is how they get you. But who am I? I'm just the messenger, guys. I'm just the messenger. So there's racism in the Biblos, the justification for slavery in the Biblos. And then the Bible also said that if you come unto me, you hearken unto me, you keep my commandments, you love everybody, you don't become disobedient, you shall become the head and not the tail. How come these Hebrew Israelites are still the tail and not the head? How come these Hebrew Israelites have yet to get their land? How come the Hebrew Israelites that's in Israel right now, who's keeping the laws and all of that, how come they're still going through punishment? But they tell me, but they say that the word of God does not come back void. That's according to your Biblos. So why when it's pertaining to us, black people, it's like everything that we do and we ask for and we give our end, everything comes back void. We keeping our end of this so-called covenant, but yet everything is coming back void. Explain that to me. We got all day. We got all night. Why not? Black girl magic, you sleepy? If you not sleepy, we up. If my moderator is not asleep, we up. If she says, yo, I'm about to close my eyes, then, kumbaya. I don't mind. But if she's up, come on, make that make sense. Somebody please make it make sense, bro. Nasty work, bro. Look. Look at this. Nasty, bro. And look how the Yeezy slippers is leaning, bro. You heard of Fat Joe? This right here is a fat hoe. Lean back, lean back, lean back, lean back. Let me pull up another one. Hold on, bro. This is madness. I want to pull up this one right here. No, I'm gonna save that one for the podcast. I'm gonna save one. I'm gonna save this for the podcast. Oh, let me go back up. There's another one I want you guys to see too. Hold on. Oh, it's right here. Oh, wonderful. I want to show you. I want to show you what these religions is creating. Look at this. Check this out. I want you guys to see what religion is creating. Look at this. Put it right here for you. It says breaking news: husband and wife team set to open Christian nightclub on July 4th in North Hollywood. So now we're gonna have a Christian nightclub, bro. Oh, I want to see what's gonna go on here. I want to see what's going on here. I want to see if this nightclub is just gonna be a club like how the movie John Wick is. People go downstairs, drink wine, talk, casual, classical music's being played. I'm just saying. But I kid you not, if Sexy Red come on, Meg Thee Stallion, Little Kim, any negative rap come on, I promise you're going to prove my point into how this religion stuff is nothing but a joke. And if I can break free, this is me, somebody that's been invested into this Abrahamic religion for over a decade. If I can break free and show you, like, nah, this ain't it, it's a lie, etc., then you should do the same thing too. Because shit like this is what I be talking about. There's no respect in Jesus, bro. The devil don't respect Jesus. The Europeans that gave you the Biblos don't respect Jesus. But the only people that uphold Jesus to high regards is you slaves. And you're wondering why you remain a mother effing slave. Huh? But yeah, with that being said, guys, it was a pleasure. I hope you guys continue supporting. I'm mad. Like I said, I'm mad my Wiz went to bed. It is what it is. But in reality, guys, you know, only the facts will set you free. There's no lie, no filter into this game. My job is to be the representative that I am, to continue giving you guys wisdom, understanding, and a righteous direction in protection from those that's been selected, designed to kill you, bro. That's just what it is. And you got to take it for what that is. Okay? And understand that we are in this together and we are all we got. There's nobody coming to help you. Okay? There's nobody coming to save you. Nobody's coming to redeem you, because the time that we display a high level of righteousness, that was the time for the redeeming and saving to come, and it never did. And you're telling me Jesus is coming to save a bunch of niggers and niggerettes, bunch of women that done slept with multiple men, a bunch of men that's, doing things on the down low, and a bunch of women that don't want to put clothes on, or a bunch of men that can't even put their pants up. You're telling me the Savior's coming to save that? Oh, he's coming to save. He's going to come and dig in through that and grab those he believes is worthy of being saved. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Even me saying that sounds retarded, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. And you, think about this. You as yourself, right? Being the chosen one. Let's just say you're married to somebody, you're chosen. So you telling me you would rather side with God than be like, can my wife come? Can my daughters come? Can my mother come? And if Jesus tells you no, then what? You're telling me you're just going to deny? Oh, my bad, you will. Because according to the Biblos, if you deny me in front of man, in front of your woman, in front of your children, I'm going to deny you in front of my Father. That's not me saying this. That's in the Biblos. So if you deny me, I'm going to deny you. Isn't that it's in the Biblos? So you're telling me. So basically, you literally have no option. You really just got to take it for what it is. Take it or leave it, sir. Rock with me or be destroyed, sir. So you telling me when the opportunity come, you will leave your own mother behind? Your mother that never had time to commit herself unto the Lord the way that you could, because she was busting her ass, ensuring that you had a house over your head, that you have food to eat, you got a bed to sleep on. So she never could keep the commandments like you do. But you died and she died. And he comes, nobody dies, but he comes, and he's coming to gather the elect to the elect. But your mother is not part of the elect. Then what? You telling me you're going to side with that, knowing that your mother can't come with you? And if anybody says yes, you was a damn fool. You are the compromise. You are the one that got bitten by the shark. By the great white shark, you got bitten, not me. I don't want to be in no atmosphere. I don't want to be in no palace. I don't want to be in no kingdom if I can't even have my biological loved ones with me. You telling me my brother? Forget my homies. You know what I'm saying? This is no disrespect to the homies. I love my niggas. Right? But my niggas got their own life and niggas gonna do what niggas do. That's not my job to be like, yo, bro, you wildin'. That's what that Hebrew nonsense is. I'm not here to do that, bro. But you're telling me I did all this good work. I've been this so-called good servant. Now the time comes for me to enter into this gate. But my mother is across the street and I say, yo, bro, can my mother come? And you tell me no? And some of you guys will still say, well, that's your loss. You should have listened, mother. You should have listened, father. But isn't one of the commandments said to honor that mother and that father? So when you say you should have listened, mother, you should have listened, father, that's not honoring your mother and your father. That's mocking them for their lack of understanding. And if they lack understanding, whose fault is it? Isn't it your fault? Because you're supposed to lead by example, be the light for those that's moving in darkness. How come it's me that knows these things? This is straight from the Masonic Bible. You see it. This is not me. The Quran. The Quran. The Quran. You got to say it like that. The Quran. KKK. I know. But it is what it is. I'm about to call it a wrap. It's getting late. I'm tired. My stomach hurt. I done took a detox and you already know I'm about to blow up. I'm about to blow up. Yeah. But again, people, like, comment, share, subscribe. I was on YouTube, was on Facebook, was on Instagram. Can't wait to take this and bring it to TikTok and talk that talk. Well, I don't know about TikTok because TikTok guidelines and rules and regulations, it just ain't suited for me, man. Right? So with that being said, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, join the movement. We outside. We always outside. And they say the last shall be first and the first shall be last. My nigga, that's a lie. If you started off first and you keep pushing, you will finish first. And the job is to finish first and not finish last. Because when you last, that means you on your ass. And when you finish first, that means you just avoided the hearse. Are you dumb or are you dumb? And I'ma holla at y'all.